Welcome again. We have an interruptible actions and many things working together because of the topic and things we are talking about. Very sensitive, and that's why we say sensitization. So it's more sensitizing than you think it's a law. That I told you, the law that is made by the politics is not the law of the state, let alone the law of the land. But where there be a law that made the heaven and earth, that is the law you comply with. Because I was saying that the Supreme Court here have no ruling in another man's country. But the ruling of the law that made the heaven and earth is what they carry across every place. Because the Supreme Court law is judged by somebody whose privacy is good. And he will need to take money from somebody, or they take money even when it's in the Bible. In the Bible, you are not to take money before you do this. It means you are already interceding and paying on behalf of that person. But when it comes to your law, where you are being paid, it is not a law for all. The law that you are in your position, your privacy, like your profession, it is not a law for everyone. But where we see it needful, as a prophet already, they recognize they're keeping the law that is above what you claim is the law. Because the politics that you play, that made a law for, let's say, a particular 10 people, is not the same law that made the world 9 billion. So in that case, you have to have the members who you are ruling or leading should be the people to be under that law with you. And that which concerns heaven and earth, that is the law you are also under that law. So we cannot say we are under you with heaven and earth. That's the wrong thing. So things are judged spiritual things. So he told you the comparison with spiritual things is spiritual things with spirit. You cannot do things that are spiritual with a mere flesh. That if I'm watching maybe physically you, and I'm watching another screen which you are not seeing, so I'm seeing two screens, that will make myself different from you. So in that case, the one seeing the vision and future and in the past, that is the one you cannot judge. So Supreme Court cannot judge a prophet. But where there may be a certain common rule, let's say certain things like state properties and things, when they spoil it, you have the right. Because that thing concerns nature and nation itself worldwide. Do you get it? Like somebody spoiling airport. You know it's the state's money. Which is not a state that you think, but the statement is calling to one person. That one you have the right to question them. But there are things which truly you don't have a role. Because you are a private person who have schooled and you think your school should be paying you. That is your purpose, or maybe you fulfilling. But that area you are, this you are taking money. So already being rewarded. You have already been rewarded. Do we agree? Yes. So let's talk about a tyrant. Because I want to talk about tyrant which goes with the word throne. So here we put it right there as this one. So I'll put it right there. This tyrant is the same numbers I'm showing severally. Now watch carefully. What? So we'll be going a little mile speedy as it will be very necessary talking about. So watch here what the Lord says we should honor. Now let's look at it. This word incarnation that we're talking about, severally we try to make it happen and they earn the brokers. And I've made it already. So once we mention it and you know what it is in the Bible, there in the Bible we know what? The original creation. So that you don't have to say after the Bible it doesn't believe or it doesn't talk about incarnation. The word written there in the Bible is the word that is incarnation, incarnatus, which is talking about deity, spirit, and then abstract form. These are the things. So let's move. We won't talk about it anymore because I'm making it. So the word tyrant. What is the name tyrant? So right at the creation source, we mention what? Tyrant. And what is tyrant? Maybe like one of these. So I'm using several sources to making what? It possible. This is what? Paint. Application paint. I can use it to also design or to do something. But it won't be what I have to say came from Coral. You heard, right? So it's just also one of the things I can use to do a lot of things. But it doesn't make it what we're saying. So if I want to add to this, edit or do things, I can do this like that. But some of the things that I've come up with, let's say this entire college, it will not be as it is from that which I have carried it. Yet we can make a similar thing. Yes. So watch carefully. Now, tyrant is this, that the name tyrant is deeply rooted in Irish mythology and history. What is it? What we rooted to Irish beauty, heavens. Now, primarily, derived from the what? The Gaelic. So where they have the word for garlic, the plant or the crop garlic, the rooted plant called garlic. You see that the name has been rooted to this. So when you are getting healing from garlic, it is somebody's work also spiritually that made it possible. But you never know. Because things have been named such that if you're not the one making known to the world, you say you're always speaking, you're always saying it. Now watch again. So is this, let's say phrase having the name like this, Tyre or Tier. So the word is Tier. Tier Iogen. Tier Iogen. Tier Iogen. So which is what? Which translates to land for Iogen. Is it that if you say you try to spell Ghan, only A, then you're having this country name. But that's unfortunate. So there's a part of this, once you call it Ghana, it won't be Ghana. But that which made a part that it sound will be a part of it. Oh, I'm not in this country. That's heavens. I'm the one talking about the heavens and kingdom. Or what here? Or if you don't say a land of Iogen, there we call it or Owen or Owen. Owen. So you can have it Owen. Here. Now it is to say this. It refers to an ancient Irish kingdom and current county in the northern Ireland. You see where it is? Carrying associations with nobility, leadership. Or I'm not a leader. Am I not a company leader or world leader? Or archangel? Am I not an angel with legions? And ancient Celtic culture with what? Heritage. What is heritage? Hereditary age. Hereditary, or to do with inheritance. What the Lord gave you, that no man can take from you, is hereditary. Their mythological and historical origin, that the lineage. What is lineage? The line of ages. The line ages. The line for ages. So to the lineage, it means connection, like 1, 2, 3, in that order. That is lineage. How it migrate or graduate from number, this, or how they are positioned. That's what we say, lineage. Do you need a dictionary? Do I have to have the answer before the dictionary so that they won't come and be telling opposite? That is better I give it as the Spirit and the Lord is. Very well then. So the lineage for Yogan. You see that they have a word for yoga. Yoga. These are the supernatural things that connect with all those names. Now, the territory for Tyr Yogan, now was named after Yogan, the son of Niall. So Niall. So Niall or Niall. Or the 9 hostages. You see that they put it in numbers ranging. Numbers ranging to count from 1 to 9. So that it says what? The 9 what? Hostages. What is a host age? There's a host. Then you have a number of ages in the name host. What is a host? Like a plate that you have 9 fishes arranged, or plate for apple of 9, or plate for 9 bottles of kenke. That is the plate being the host. And then the total of them numbers 9. You get it. And what we say is here that a legendary 5th century. Why do you have Ghana? This country Gold Coast. Even what was this country? Let's say to look for the meaning to 5th century. Where was this country? It was an empire, but you don't know the name. However, this high king for Ireland, you have to know. You see that a place destined from the time ruling is destined again for the same time to have the person rule again. You are not the one to do it. So if you come failing and falling, you are not the one it was given first. Of this correct and the sound well, the beauty. Maybe let's take a look at, yeah, it's going well. This time, even I'm changed. Look at my face change. Yeah, that's all right to have it also continuously. So watch carefully. These are the things you throw away when they told you the soul worker will come and work and create it again. That's why I came and work and create it.